Angry guy here, and white women want the worst kinds of men. So today we're looking at a clip from my favorite Nintendo YouTuber, RGT85, who does an after show called the Spawn Wave or SPAWNCAST after show, and they talk about general things happening in the world. Basically, Nintendo YouTubers get together to talk about that. And I was looking at comments from Josie, who's like the newest addition to the crew. She's awesome. Go check out her channel. She makes great videos on things like Zelda and Metroid. But anyway, she's 20 years old, if I understand correctly, and it's interesting that when she talks about video games on the main SPAWNcast, she's almost a little timid, but then the moment they start talking about rappers and, you know, these types of things, she comes alive. And it kind of, if you listen to this, you'll see that it's like the focus of most young white women today are on rappers, NBA players, and the worst types of men in society. Let's just jump into it quickly.
Hip-hop turning into pop is the worst thing to happen to the genre. The best rappers are now all female ones, for real.
Oh, gross, females. You guys are stupid in chat. Sorry.
But the problem
crazy.
I don't endorse that last part. Hold up, Josie. I don't endorse that last. I was clapping for the beginning part.
Here's the problem.
I don't endorse that last part.
Here's the problem. No. I
can't believe that girls are doing something.
So here Josie's feminist is basically showing a bit, and you know, this is the same girl that has gender pronouns on her Instagram. This kind of tells us that the next generation of women after this generation likely are still going to have feminist ideals. It's going to take a couple of generations before feminism truly, you know, leaves society, after women realize men are walking away and not coming back, and that men want feminine women, men don't want feminism, men want agreeable women. But again, let's continue.
Jesus Christ!
Because dudes don't want to hear about girls sucking dick in a rap. Like, I suck a dick, and it's like, I don't want to hear that. Like,
yeah, but then guys are about the same shit. How is it a
on my
problem?
knob, like corn on the cob.
So
check
how
in
is
with
it a
me
problem when
and
a
do
girl
your job. Lay on the bed and give me head. Don't have to ask. Don't have to beg. Juicy is my name.
I'm sorry.
Sex is my
you
game.
Let's
call the boys.
Let's
run the train. Squeeze on my nuts. Lick on my butt. The natural curly hair. Please don't touch. All right, I'm done.
So on a quick side note, yeah, RGT85 is definitely a Nintendo YouTuber, but he is one of the wildest Nintendo YouTubers on the fucking planet.
Sean's like vibing, all of a sudden she said, and Sean's like, oh, come on, man. I ain't trying to do that.
I ain't trying to hear about a wet ass pussy. Like, no, that's gross.
And that's another very good point. Like, for example, we don't want to hear that shit. Grown men don't want to hear this garbage. That's like simp shit right there. We don't want to hear about wop, wet ass this. It's disgusting, all right? It's absolutely disgusting. It's immoral. It's sickening, but that's the kind of crap that this generation is going for, you know. And it's funny because, like, you can see the guys in the chat are like, no, we're not about that. And these are, you know, it's not that these are men who can't take a joke. You can see RGT is like, I don't know, he doesn't give a shit. But at the same time, he still has some level of morality. But then on the other hand, like Josie, like, this is just the norm for her, you know, like, oh, female rappers, they're so great, but all they're rapping about is sex. All they're rapping about is sex and promiscuity. No one wants to hear that garbage. Ariana Grande, she's not a rapper, but her music is, it literally went from, like, you know, being something very similar to Mariah Carey to just literally being about promiscuity. There's a song that's called Side to Side, and that's literally about her having a hard time walking after getting her back cracked. I mean, it's absolute insanity, and that's all that's inside of these young women today. I mean, they go through their whole phases, and they call it a whole phase, you know? I'm going through my whole phase, and it's absolutely insane. Because they think that it's a rite of passage to go through their whole phase, like they're sowing their oats like old men, and then once they're done, they're gonna go and settle down with someone. Like, that's absolutely crazy. But this is where society is headed, you know. And again, I'm not attacking Josie in any way. She's awesome. Like I said, check out her channel, check out her gaming videos. They absolutely rock. But as a generation, this is the kind of garbage that young people, especially young women, have really taken in. You know, this immoral garbage. No one wants a morality in society. People want a society where morality exists. People don't want, they don't want this garbage out there. People keeping up with the Kardashians, absolute garbage. Let's jump back into the video.
That's weird.
Wait, hold up. Wait,
you guys say the same shit.
So
guys say way worse shit, and then Cardi B says it, and everyone's like, Jesus fucking Christ, the women these days are maniacs. We hate women.
Cardi B? Cardi fucking B? Cardi B is a rapist that used to drug dudes and then rob them. All right? And I mean, listen to her argument. She's basically saying that because there are pieces of shit out there that make terrible songs about sex and violence, it should be okay, when women do it. And it should be culturally acceptable. And if you don't like it, then you hate women. If I don't like Cardi B's music, I don't like the disgusting lyrics that she puts out. I don't cook, I don't clean, but I have wet ass, you know what? I hate women? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I hate degeneracy. I think degeneracy is disgusting. But yet, this is how it is. And this younger generation, they absolutely believe that if you disagree with them, it's a misogyny. I don't like Cardi B's music. I think it's degenerate. You're a misogynist. What? Guys, this is the kind of crap that I'm talking about. And to be very clear, I don't hate all of Cardi B's music. She made this incredible song with Bruno Mars that was like really had an 80s, 90s theme, like kind of like in living color vibe. It was like a tribute to in living color. And I thought that was really awesome. I really like that. All right? When you're making music that you're expressing yourself and you're just having fun, I think that's awesome. But when you're making these songs about praising promiscuity and that are just so sexually explicit, it's no longer fun. It's just disgusting.
And it's like the shit.
But here's the thing.
Guys have been saying it forever.
But here's the thing about that. You had what was her name? Kia?
Wait, hold up. I like Josie on the after show. I think Josie on the after show is actually kind of more lit than Josie
lick
on
it
the
now,
regular show.
lick it good, lick this pussy just like you should. Right now, lick it good, lick this pussy just like you should. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack.
So just so you guys know, I will be linking you to RGT and Josie's channels. You can check out RGT because this guy is fucking hilarious. Again, he is one of the greatest Nintendo YouTubers on the fucking planet. Even if he says he isn't, he is, all right? And even though he's gone on the path of emulation, he is 100% still a Nintendo YouTuber. But getting back on topic, this just kind of shows you like what our generations have become. Like, it's been so normalized in society that this girl is 20 years old. Josie's like 20 now. And it has become so normalized in society that when we were growing up, those kinds of songs about promiscuity and women being sexually immoral, no one praised that kind of music. It was just that type of music. It wasn't the kind of music that you would listen to in front of your mother. It was not the kind of music that you would even promote, and it wasn't the kind of music that you'd want your kids listening to because it was degenerate. These kinds of songs about violence and sex and all of that. We don't want that kind of music. That music is boring. It's extremely boring, except this younger generation, especially among women, they think this kind of music is lit. And I think that is absolutely terrible. It illustrates how bad things are right now and why it's going to take multiple generations for things to really turn around. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty much at the point where we're gonna have to kind of hit a reset button because these generations, the things that they value are just sex, money, and just promiscuity. That's really where it's at.
I did like I like Missy Elliott a lot. She's my favorite female.
Yeah, rapper. But I mean Missy and fucking DeBrat and shit, like they weren't like suck my pussy, motherfucker, lick my fucking toes and butthole.
Wait, Missy Elliott.
Oh no, Lil Kim did a little bit. How many licks does it take till you get to the center of the baby?
She talked about guys being vultures and doing stuff. Missy Elliott was pretty, but she was cool. She was cool. She was smooth about it though. She was much more lyricist about it, smooth about it.
I mean, that's kind of one of the big differences. Like Missy Elliott's songs, you know, they were a little bit suggestive, but they were not nearly as just outright disgusting as the modern day garbage that people like Cardi B is putting out, Lizzo and Megan Thee Stallion. Like, this is like degenerate shit. And you know what's terrible? These are, you know, sometimes guys say, oh, I just want a cute anime girls who like anime and manga and video games and all this other shit. Megan Thee Stallion literally rapped. She actually rapped about Naruto. She literally rapped about anime. She there's a song where she says that she's looking for a Sasuke, and she wants someone to beat it up like a wild fox, referring to the nine-tailed demon fox. Like, these are the kinds of women. Like it's the illness, the sickness. It's infested everyone today. Like, all women are like this. Like, even the cute girl that likes anime and video games, she wants a Tyrone. She wants Tyrone. She wants Tyrone. Every girl has to have their back cracked by Tyrone at least once or twice in their life. Many of them go back multiple times, but at least once or twice in their life, they have to have the experience. And it's absolutely insane. And it just, again, points to how far society has gone downhill.
And
I don't even like Cardi B that much, but I think it's crazy when people are like, I don't know. Some of you guys in chat might be over 50 years old and freaking out about that shit, but
I know. I see what Josie's saying is true though. Like, a lot of people are like, man, like, whenever guys can say this, that, and the third, and whatever, nasty, blah blah blah, and it's no problem. But when a girl does that, then all of a sudden, oh, it's a problem.
I don't think it's a problem. It's just I don't want to hear it. Now, Foxy Brown.
Well, you don't have to listen to it though.
I'll listen to Uncle Luke instead, like Dex said. Don't stop, do it. Let me see that doo-doo brown.
And you know what? That's the crazy thing. A lot of men are criticized and have been criticized for that kind of music. Politicians criticize those guys. Preachers and pastors criticize those guys for those terrible lyrics. A lot of those lyrics have been banned. A lot of that music has been banned. I mean, growing up, you couldn't play that kind of garbage at school. These guys are always being criticized. 50 Cent was heavily criticized. A lot of these guys with sexually explicit lyrics, they were criticized throughout the decades. But the irony is that obviously women are above criticism. You can't criticize a woman or else it's misogyny. And what I found really interesting is the fact that, you know, Josie's there supporting Cardi B, but then Cardi B is the same person that drugged men and robbed them. And, you know, if this had happened to women, I'm sure she would be all up in arms. Like, how could you listen to music from somebody like that? How can you support someone like that? But yet when Cardi B literally took advantage of men, harmed men, I mean, it was absolutely terrible. No one gives a damn. And society is still playing her music. I mean, guys, you remember Surviving R. Kelly? R. Kelly's now serving a very long prison sentence for basically just having a harem, while Cardi B actually did these terrible things, talked about it, no police investigation, nothing. Private corporations are rushing to work with her. McDonald's released like a Cardi B and Offset value meal. All right? That shows you that ultimately, no one cares about men in society, and no one cares about degeneracy. It's only when women complain. And this tells you something about society in and of itself. Society is really designed around giving women special privileges and men special punishments. And that's why men are walking away from society, Western society entirely, because it's hypocritical. The game is rigged. And the only way to win is to not play it at all. Is to get off the chessboard. Is to get off the board. All right? Remove yourself from the board. Because that's what Western society is right now. It's the chessboard. And the entire thing is rigged. The entire fucking thing is rigged. The only way to win is to stop playing and get off of it. All right, get off of it and move away. Go somewhere else. That's why men are moving to Eastern European countries. That's why men are moving to Asia. That's why men are moving to Latin and South America and finding new opportunities. You know, better wives and starting new lives with foreign wives and settling down there and creating new communities, because Western society is compromised. The women in Western society are compromised. You know, this is why men are walking away from Western society, Western women, and starting new lives with Filipino wives.
Yeah, Cardi B did drug fucking men though. That's
true.
That's true. She's not a good person. She's not a good person.
And like she only finally admits it. Josie only finally admits it that Cardi B is not a good person when they finally call it out and say, this is the type of person who you're supporting. You know, and she says, yeah, she's not a good person, but you support her music. And you support these kinds of terrible lyrics. Like, what do you think this does for little girls? Like, what image do you think little girls see when they hear Cardi B's music and Cardi B, who barely speaks English, is promoting this type of promiscuity and immoral behavior? I mean, she's literally pushing more degeneracy within society and getting paid for it and praised for it. And I find that utterly disgusting. Guys, what do you think about this? Did you enjoy the video? Do you agree that a lot of the music today is just beyond degenerate, and that this generation of young women, you know, the kinds of music they listen to, the kinds of men that they're looking for are just what's good for society in general? What do you guys think about this? And also definitely check out RGT and Josie. Links in the description. But I want to know your comments, your opinions on what we discussed here today. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away, and cheers. Hey everyone. I appreciate your support and feedback. If you want to show your gratitude, you can use the Super Thanks feature to tip me any amount you like. You'll also get a special comment that I can see and reply to. Or you can become a channel member using the join button and get exclusive perks like badges, emojis, live chats, and more. Your support helps me make more videos for you, so thank you and stay tuned for more.